Good afternoon. Today I am here with my dad, Craig Hill, and he will be the first person I'll be interviewing. So, have you played any sports as a kid?
Yes.
What sport did you play?
Played football, baseball, basketball.
Do you feel that college students, athletes, should be paid for playing a sport?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because of all the money that the colleges are making off of it.
But some people say that the scholarships they receive are they weren't being paid.
Actually, it takes a lot to be an athlete, and it needs some added finances because college is expensive. The parents need to come see them, and they got to pay for that.
What about when injuries are included? Do you feel like the school should pay for it fully?
Yes, the injury is that part of the game.
Okay. What's the starting price that you feel that athletes should be starting at to get paid?
I haven't thought about that question. That's something for them to decide.
Do you feel that all sports should be paid the same amount of money, like football and basketball, even though basketball and football bring in the most revenue for schools?
Not if they're not bringing in as much money as football, basketball should be paid accordingly.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon. Today I'm with Anita Bates. I will be asking her a few questions on should student athletes be paid. What sports did you play as a kid?
Well, actually, I did play a little softball, a little bit of basketball, not on a team or anything like that, but I just really enjoyed sports. And in my time, we played outside a lot. We stayed outside more than we were on the inside. And so we played a little bit of everything: baseball, softball, kickball, all the kind of balls you can imagine. So, yeah, we stayed really active, in my day.
What should students athletes be paid? Do you feel like
should student athletes be paid? And we're talking about in terms of college athletes right now. Well, yes, I really do feel that they should be paid because of what we're learning now is that they bring in a great amount of money to the colleges. And so I can't see where, they can't make allowances for the athletes to get something for what they're doing, as well as all of the people, at the top. You need to let it dwindle down a little bit. And I feel like they should get paid.
But some people may say that the scholarships that they receive are their way of payment. So do you agree with that?
Well, not really, because it wouldn't be the same with you got academic scholarships. Is that their payment? You got musical people. Is that their payment? I don't think so, and I don't think those people actually bring revenue. I'm sorry, into the school like the athletes, like football and basketball.
What do you feel like the starting payment should be?
I haven't really given that any thought, but I think that it should come up, and it should be brainstormed amongst the upper echelons and the students themselves, and get feedback from maybe even the teachers and that kind of things, where it can be fair for them, because they give up a lot of their life, and some of them get hurt, and they might not be able to go pro. And so, it would be really good if they could have some money in the bank to take care of illnesses, accidents and injuries and that kind of thing.
As you know, basketball and football brings in the most revenue, male sports. So do you feel like all the sports should be paid the same amount of money?
Absolutely not. And as I was saying before, I believe that basketball and football players, they're going to bring in the most revenue.
But what about soccer players and track and swimming?
It depends on how much they're bringing in. If they're not bringing anything in, then I don't think they should be getting anything from it. The whole idea of the football and basketball players being paid is because they do bring in so much revenue and so many other things. The other people we talked about, the musical people, the academic people, they're not bringing in that kind of revenue. So, no, it shouldn't be the same. Of course not.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Hi, today I'm with.
I'm Belle Amison. I'm an art major at Kennesaw State University, and I was a student athlete in soccer, and I stopped playing because I kept getting injured.
Okay, so if you was to still be playing soccer now, would you want to be paid for your
Yes.
services? Why?
Well, I wouldn't have time to get a job because of practice
Mhm.
and schoolwork and sleep, which is very important.
Yes. What do you feel like the starting rate should be?
Like for hour or year,
Let's say a whole semester.
semester.
You know how students have refund checks and they get like 1,000 to 3,000. How much do you think a student athlete should get a semester?
Maybe around 3 to 5.
Okay. Do you feel like them receiving a form of payment would be an incentive when they actually receive scholarships, offers, which is also an incentive for them to come to a school?
Yes.
So, if you wasn't going to KSU and another school offered you something, where would you be going?
I would probably be going to SCAD.
Okay. Another thing, your injuries.
Mhm.
Do you feel like when you're injured, you should be paid? Because, when you're injured, you can't play,
Yeah.
you're out, but you still have to meet the requirements of the school athletes. So do you feel like that should be taken apart when people think about student athletes being paid?
I think they should be paid, maybe not as much, but they should be paid because they have to, pay for medical bills.
Yes. And the last question is, do you feel like, basketball and football are the most profit for the schools. So do you feel like other sports should be getting as much money as those sports? Or no? And why?
I don't know. What was the question again?
Do you feel like, male basketball and football bring in the most revenue for college schools. Do you feel like other sports should be paid the same amount as those sports should or would be?
I want to say no.
Why?
Because it would be an imbalance. It would be easier to go into debt.
Okay.
And we don't like debt.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.